I recently tried something new, restoring an old pair of glasses with leather. This was my first time, so I had no experience with this kind of structure. And the whole project took over a month. If you're curious how I built everything from scratch, the full process is already up in the main video. I'd recommend starting there. During the process, ignorance made me suffer. So today's video is about what I learned, mainly about gluing, how to apply it, how much to use, and what went wrong. If you are into leather craft or just starting out, I hope this video helps you skip some of my frustration I went through. So from the start, I knew gluing glasses frames and leather behave totally differently. And my biggest worry was, how do I get them to stick together securely? This pair of glasses was falling apart because old glue had dried out and failed. That's exactly why I had to restore them. So I bought yellow glue, the G17. From my past experience, since leather soaks up at first layer, I knew this type of glue needs to be applied twice. But because the frame is three-dimensional, I decided to try applying it with a toothbrush. And since the frame is plastic or resin, it doesn't absorb glue like leather does actually. The toothbrush couldn't spread the glue properly. It would uneven and patchy. So if I only applied one coat, some spots get missed. But if I try brushing second coat, the earlier layer just got too thick. That method completely failed. My advice to anyone who used to making bags or a project like this, please learn from my failure. This method doesn't worth to try. Don't waste your time on it. Since the frame had lots of curves and I tried using a cotton swab instead, I thought maybe the smaller stick could help me reach those details. And swabs are cheap though. I just told them after use. But the results weren't great either. But it didn't really solve the problem. I suffered. By searching out the solution, I finally bought the thinner. But before thinning the glue, I went back to one of the most annoying jobs: cleaning off the old glue from the frame. At first, I tried picking and scraping it off with my hands and some tools. It worked, but too slow. Some spots were almost impossible to clean anyway. Then I tried using lamp oil and wiped it across the glued surface. That worked really well. So if you ever deal with this same issue, try this trick. At the same time, I upgraded my tool again, a nylon brush pen. To be honest, I had no idea what ratio to use at first. So I just started adding a little bit at a time. But the thinner gone too fast. The glue began forming a film again almost immediately. So I used two dishes, one to hold pure thinner and the other for the glue I was applying. Even then, it still didn't feel right. Finally, I gave up on precision and just mixed a lot of thinner directly into the glue. My thinking was, let me just make it easy to spread first. If it doesn't stick, I'll just reapply the second or third layer. But to my surprise, it worked way better than expected. Let me explain here. Because I started with so much thinner, the first coat spread easily and evenly. While brushing, the thinner slowly evaporated. By the time I was ready for the second coat, the glue had a perfect texture and consistency. You might wonder, why does the glue have to be this thin? It's because I had scaled the leather down to just 0.5 mm. That's the only way it could fit. If the glue was too thick or uneven, you could immediately feel it or even see it from the outside. So if you feel your glue starting to drag or forming glue threads, it's time to add more thinner. In the end, it wasn't just the glue that caused problems. There were more issues with the leather scavenging. I'll cover that part in another video. We'll explain how I use my scavenging machine to get the leather just right. But for now, that's everything I've learned about glue. By the way, the video over pattern issues have been uploaded. Please check it out too. See you guys.